What happened in Northern California is what started this whole thing, and it's a much bleaker scenario up there this morning where more bodies have been found. Let's get it over to Will Carr, who's once again live in Paradise. Hello, Will.
Good morning, Rob. There's still a number of people missing across this area, largely because there's no cell phone service and because the damage is so extensive. You can see the face of this building has been ripped off, and as you're walking along, it looks like a bomb exploded across this community, leaving nothing but rubble and heartbreak.
The death toll jumping in California's most destructive fire ever. Campfire scorching more than 100,000 acres, destroying more than 6,700 homes and buildings. This weekend, Paradise looks like a war zone.
You don't have anything else?
What I was wearing Thursday.
Sean Field is one of 27,000 people desperate to see what's left.
Do you have any idea if your home's still standing?
No.
Not at all.
I just asked a PG&E guy if I could pay him to take a picture.
The images are ghastly. Homes turned to rubble, cars charred for miles, empty gurneys snaking outside the local hospital.
This is what's left of the cardiology unit. You can see twisted steel and debris. There's really not much left.
A nurse at the hospital, lucky to be alive, recalling the moments when she narrowly escaped.
I couldn't stay there. The fire was right on me. My pants were catching on fire, and I thought I was going to die right there. I banged on the door, and 2 firefighters jumped out, extinguished me, put me in the fire engine, put a fire blanket over me. And out of nowhere, a dozer came through and saved our lives and cleared a path.
Exhausted firefighters lining the roads before heading back up to the front lines. Law enforcement and Good Samaritans working around the clock to help the countless animals, smoke-covered and starving, roaming the streets.
As fast as this fire hit, there was no time for people to get their animals out, and people don't want to leave without their animals.
For some, a ray of hope through the dense smoke, a community pulling together as volunteers hand out supplies to residents impacted by the fires. And in another community, a son receives good news about his mother who hadn't been seen.
I'm looking for my mom, Barb Allen. I'm hoping she's listening to call her son, her daughter. If anybody's seen her, flyers are all over the place. Where?
More good news. The containment numbers have jumped to 20% with this fire, but we're expecting strong winds throughout the course of the day. And of course, the damage here in Paradise has already been done. Rob.
Well, I tell you, we are searching for any sort of good news. There's no doubt about that. Any kind of containment is welcome. Yesterday, we talked to a number of victims of this fire. I came across one man who was witnessing another home burn alongside of me, and we got to know his story. He actually evacuated his home during the frantic night of the fire, spent the night in the parking lot of the safety of the beach, and had not seen his home or heard about what had happened. So we went back to his home to check it out, navigating the treacherous roadways, and this is what we found yesterday.
We tried to stay as long as we could. It's just a tornado hit. I wanted to get back up there, see if any horses survived, see if what we got left.
How are you holding up emotionally?
Tough. Real tough.
Where is your place? Where do you live?
Right here.
Oh, so your house is all right.
Yeah.
That's got to be a relief.
It made it. I mean, it's emotional.
I bet. You can imagine the emotions running through that man. He left 6 of his horses behind, and he tended to them as soon as he got home. The number of people hopefully will be more relieved in the coming days, but the problem is we have anxious moments, as I mentioned ahead. The Santa Anas are coming back. So let's take a look at this situation. We've got basically 2 pulses of upper-level energies that will support more offshore winds, not just here in Southern California, but Northern California as well. So a number of fire weather alerts and wind alerts with high wind warnings posted, especially for the mountains. And obviously air quality is certainly bad. So we're not just critical, we are extremely critical with winds gusting to 60+ miles per hour and single-digit relative humidity. And gusts that will be easily over 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, not just today, but it looks like tomorrow as well. So the weather situation not improving anytime soon. Much more on this throughout the program. Guys, back over to you.
Rob, we really appreciate you and your team bringing this story to us this morning. And as you say, the weather conditions increasingly treacherous. We'll stay on this story throughout the show this morning.